Parliamentarians began debate today on a crucial piece of legislation designed to combat the crime of trafficking in persons, prevention and suppression. The legislation has to be passed by the end of the month to comply with international standards. Leading debate was Foreign Affairs and Immigration Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, who noted that trafficking in persons is a form of modern-day slavery. He says in some cases, men, women and children are brought to the country, their documents withheld, they are underpaid and not allowed to communicate with friends and family.
First blush, people would simply say, oh, that doesn't happen in the Bahamas. But you know, with large labor forces sometimes coming from foreign countries, it is clearly possible for this to exist and happen right in front of our faces. We had to say during the time the construction of Bahama, we had to indicate to their employers that one of the things you cannot do is to hold somebody's passport or work permit. That has to remain in their possession, because people ought to be free to move, to leave, to enter, and not feel in any sense that they have an obligation to go back to their employer to get a document which shows that they have a right to live in the Bahamas. And thankfully that was corrected.
Contributing to the debate was Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, who says many foreign females who work here are victims of this crime.
Enforcement point of view, and for all of us that to become sensitized to this phenomena of trafficking in persons, because a number of these persons, these dancers, may be just there against their will. And of course, a lot, as I say, indicated, they are preyed on because of their vulnerable status. They are preyed on because of they are in that demographic of our existence that is seeking and hoping for a better life very often. And they're lured into acts that they very likely would not have become a part of. And so it requires, it's still today, Mr. Speaker,